I first found you on the internet, a place we'd stayed for 30 years, changed management, and we went looking, and something about your website attracted us, so we came up for 3 days. And then we came up for 5 days, and sometimes we came up for 10 days. This time only 7, but we keep coming back. And coming back, and the same animals are here year after year, and then when they're gone, their babies have taken over, or the young bulls have grown into the old ones, and
we can tell you
the turkeys started coming.
Yeah, I like the turkeys. Turkeys are funny.
Tippy the fox after Ginger the fox.
Ginger the fox, Tippy the fox. Hey, when animals are named, you don't even think about eating them. You had Brat, Lefty, Big Boy, Little Boy.
Sven now.
Sven now.
I will go back to my story of filming up by the bird feeder. I was getting the supermoon, and the clouds were interfering, and I heard a herd of horses coming, and I knew that I wasn't around a stable. And so I got to stay up on the lawn for about 45 minutes, plastered to the bird feeder, being very quiet, while the elk grazed up the hill. And everybody was calm, cool, and collected. It was quite an experience watching them.
I have another one too. My wife was going up Mount McGregor, and as she was going up, I was looking at this mountain lion off to the left, and he was eyeballing her.
But he was eyeballing because he was going up the mountain, and when I saw him, I came down the mountain, and we met.
I didn't know I could yell that loud, but she came down.
Well, I saw something moving in the brush over there.
So
I thought,
that's a wildlife, and that gave a little bit of a thrill too.
But that was years ago.
Years and years ago.
This was the year of the moose. We saw the moose on the east side for the first time. They were
and a young, looks like a yearling.
Well, I guess I saw the moose. They were at Sheep Lake, and a girl that I met at Sprague Lake the day before had told me that she had seen them at the alluvial fan. Well, as I was going by Sheep Lake, we saw the movement down there, and they went right across the road right in front of us. It was beautiful.
And something that was kind of unusual, and this again was many, many, many years ago. We were coming down from Bear Lake, and off on the left-hand side of the road, about 20 feet up, was a single coyote.
Big
it was a good-sized coyote.
Big coyote.
It might have even been a coy dog. I don't know.
He was just
checking things out.
He wasn't afraid of anything.
Nope. Man doesn't bother him.
And the birds. They're beautiful. And we just came back, and I saw a bird up there I've never seen. I'm going to have to get my bird book out. I've got a whole bunch of birds memorized to go home and check out. You feel like you're in a separate cabin, because when you look out the side, you have nothing but trees, the lawns. You look up the mountainside, you really don't see anything else from the west side window.
Yeah, west side window is the one to be looking out too.
I've always called 16 on the wild side. We always get to see the animals. And we haven't seen the bighorns, but the day's long.
We have seen bighorns on this property.
The ewes come down and graze on the lawn.
We've seen bighorns down here too. There's another reason we keep on coming back too, and I want you to tighten your hat, okay? Same people. You're here. Chris is here. We used to have Susan here. Now we have Bridget. Have Carlos here. We have Steve here.
Same people.
Same people. I joked with Tim about spilling water on my head.
Steve.
I'm sorry.
You're thinking of another guy.
Yeah, I am. But no, by gosh, it's nice to come home to a place that knows you, where everybody knows your name, just like the old Cheers thing.
Yeah, that's the thing about McGregor. It is coming home. It's kind of like you've got a home down for the winter in Texas, and in the early spring and the beautiful fall, you come up here and get away from it all. I tell people all the time, you have to go to McGregor, and the girl that brought his oxygenator out, she was coming in June, and we told her about McGregor, and she and a couple other girls were coming, and I said, McGregor's a place you want to go. You've got the scenery, the animals, wonderful staff, everything's neat as a pin, clean. There's no safety issues here. And we recommend, our own children have come here, and
Yes.
we highly recommend it to everybody we know.
Yeah, I think that speaks volumes. We even recommend the unit.
Yeah, we recommend, now, they got some little little jet tubs and stuff here and there, but you want to be on the wild side.
Okay. Well, Steve was watering some plants up here on the first floor, or second floor. I was down here minding my own business, just staring off looking at Deer Mountain, and all of a sudden I'm being rained on. And I went, what the? Turn around.
And Steve was pretty new and a little nervous about it.
And even as Steve saw that I was still doing
He
it,
was still watering
he was
you.
still watering me. So I've always said, hey, come to McGregor where they give you a free shower.
And Steve always greets us the same way. I'm getting my watering pan.
Uh-huh. I think he told me he always checks to see if anybody's below now.
He was new at the time, and he thought he was in trouble. That was funny.
Oh, he didn't know. This thing about men hunting, he knew he wasn't in trouble because I was laughing. And if you laugh, nobody's in trouble.